Welcome to this explainer, everyone. If you're self-employed right now in 2026, I am willing to bet you opened your health insurance renewal notice recently and, well, your jaw hit the floor. It's a massive shock. But listen, you are absolutely not alone here. We're going to dive right into this today because we need to break down exactly what just happened and, way more importantly, how you can strategically navigate it without going broke. So here is the million-dollar question, or at least it feels like it, right? Why did your health insurance bill just jump by double digits? Honestly, it feels like a penalty just for having the guts to work for yourself. But hey, rather than panic, we need a solid plan. By the end of our time today, I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step mathematical logic tree. Even better, I'm going to arm you with the 5 absolutely vital questions you must ask your insurance agent to bring those costs back down to reality. Okay, let's start with Section 1, the 2026 premium jump. To fix the problem, we really need to understand the root cause. What exactly shifted at the start of this year? Well, the structural policy change is pretty clear. Those extra Affordable Care Act subsidies, the ones that nicely padded our premium costs for the past few years, they officially expired on January 1st. Once the calendar flipped to 2026, poof, that financial padding completely disappeared. And the direct result of those subsidies vanishing, that's the nationwide double-digit premium hike you're staring at right now. Which brings us straight to question number 1 you need to ask your agent. How exactly does the removal of the 2025 subsidies affect my specific baseline rate? Moving on to Section 2, net versus gross income. When you hop onto HealthCare.gov to apply for coverage and calculate your new subsidy under these new 2026 rules, getting your income number wrong is literally the #1 reason people end up overpaying. When the marketplace asks for your income, they're explicitly looking for your net income. What does that mean? Your net income is your total income minus all of your eligible business deductions. This is a crucial distinction. Say you're a freelancer, right? You might bring in 100 grand in revenue, but after you pay for software subscriptions, home office costs, travel, the internet bill, your actual taxable profit is way lower. That lower number, what is left over after all the deductions, that is your net income. This is where the biggest pitfall happens. Think about gross income, your total earnings before expenses, versus net income, your earnings after those business deductions. If you just plug your gross income into the system, the algorithm assumes you have way more disposable cash than you actually do. And what happens? It slashes whatever subsidy you are legally entitled to. It's brutal. You absolutely must always use your net income to maximize that subsidy. So, write down question number 2 for your agent. Are we calculating my premiums based strictly on my projected net business profit rather than my gross revenue? All right, Section 3, the $62,600 income threshold. Once you have that accurate net income figured out, you arrive at the single most critical decision point for your entire health insurance strategy this year. And it centers around this exact number, $62,600. Seriously, write it down, highlight it, put a circle around it. This yearly dollar amount is the ultimate fork in the road for the self-employed in 2026. Whether your net income falls below this number or above this number completely dictates which tier of coverage you should be shopping for. Let's compare the two paths here. If your net income is under that $62,600 mark, your absolute best move is almost always going to be a silver plan. Why? Because the silver tier is the only tier that unlocks extra cost-sharing discounts. Basically, the government doesn't just help pay your monthly premium, they step in and lower your deductibles, your copays, and your maximum out-of-pocket costs. It's a massive kind of hidden benefit. But if you earn over that $62,600 threshold, those cost-sharing reductions vanish completely. Buying a silver plan then often becomes a huge mathematical mistake. So here's question number 3 for your agent. Does my net income qualify me for silver plan cost-sharing reductions, or am I leaving money on the table? This brings us to Section 4, high earners and HSAs. So what is the strategy if your net income pushes you above that $62,600 threshold? If you're in this higher earning bracket, your best course of action is to compare a private PPO plan directly against a Bronze HSA plan. A private PPO might offer broader doctor networks, which is fantastic if you have really specific medical needs. However, the Bronze HSA plan offers a totally unique financial vehicle that is incredibly powerful for self-employed folks. So question number 4 for your agent is, can we run a direct cost-benefit analysis between a broader PPO network and a high-deductible Bronze HSA plan for my specific medical needs? And if you're looking at that HSA, we need to talk about another magic number, $4,300. If you choose the Bronze HSA route, this is the exact amount of money you can stash away tax-free as an individual in 2026. Think of a house savings account as essentially a protective nest egg. You get to stash up to $4,300 entirely tax-free. But the real secret? You can use it like a second retirement account. The money you put in actively lowers your taxable net income for the year. It grows tax-free, and if you use it for medical expenses, it comes out tax-free. And hey, if you never get sick, that money just stays yours. It rolls over year after year, building this amazing tax advantage balance. For high-earning self-employed people, an HSA isn't just health insurance, you guys. It is a literal wealth-building strategy. Okay, moving to Section 5, the ultimate tax hack. Even when premiums are painfully high, the tax code actually offers a lifeline specifically designed for self-employed individuals. I want you to memorize these 3 steps. Step 1, you pay your monthly health insurance premium. Step 2, come tax season, you deduct 100% of those premiums on your tax return. Specifically, this goes on Schedule 1, line 17. Step 3, you get real money back at tax time. This is known as an above-the-line deduction. You don't even need to itemize your taxes to claim this. By deducting your entire premium, you drastically lower your adjusted gross income, saving you an absolute fortune in income taxes. Seriously, do not skip this step. It's basically the government giving you a retroactive discount on your healthcare. Which leads to your 5th and final question for your agent or accountant. Is my specific plan categorized correctly so I can claim 100% of my premiums as a Schedule 1 above-the-line deduction? Almost done here. Section 6. Did you understand the logic? We've covered a ton of ground today. We talked about the subsidy expiration, net versus gross income, that absolutely crucial $62,600 threshold, the hidden power of an HSA, and the Schedule 1 tax deduction. Now, I really want to challenge you. Don't just look at a high premium and panic. Did you understand the logic we just walked through? It's so easy to see double-digit increases and assume the system is totally broken and you simply can't afford coverage. But as we've just seen, between using your net income to maximize those subsidies, picking the exact right tier based on the threshold, and utilizing every single tax deduction available to the self-employed, there is a clear mathematical path forward. I want to end with this empowering thought directly from our sources today. Run your numbers before you assume you're priced out. Take just 1 hour this week and ask your agent those 5 questions we covered. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. But before you go, I'll leave you with this one question to chew on. If utilizing just a few tax codes and net income thresholds can save you thousands of dollars on healthcare this year alone, what other hidden wealth-building levers in your self-employed business are you currently leaving entirely untouched?